South Dakota 2013. Almost 200,000 cattle are killed in a massive snowstorm when snow that appeared like cotton balls got stuck in their nostrils, suffocating them, and the temperature in neighboring states reached 90 degrees. In 2003 and 2017, hundreds of thousands of llamas and alpacas died as a result of anomalous sub-zero Arctic weather in Peru, a country which reaches to the equator. The following year, hail the size of baseballs fell in dozens of areas all over the world, from the USA to Serbia, Australia, South Africa. This hail was so large, it even damaged airline cockpits and forced emergency landings. This bizarre, extreme weather is nature's way of giving an indication that something's very wrong. In addition to those things listed, every day there are severe thunderstorms and blizzards, tornadoes and hurricanes, ice storms, dust storms, heat domes and droughts, water spouts, and even fire tornadoes. For 150 years, scientists have warned that the increasing amount of carbon in the atmosphere is creating a greenhouse effect, increasing temperatures all around the Earth. Yet, what's happening is the opposite. These extreme cold events seem contradictory to the logic. It's no wonder there's so much confusion and distrust and anger about this topic. What exactly is going on? If you look beyond the accepted narrative about the randomness of weather, you'll find the reason why extreme cold weather is happening despite the warming planet, and what you discover may shock you, especially since the proof of what's causing it is right before your eyes. Weather technology that we're told is only being researched for the future is being implemented right now. We're told it's intended to protect us from scorching temperatures and disappearing coastlines. But methods being used are also harming our air, soil, oceans. They are harming all life and causing these freakish storms that are occurring at an ever-increasing rate. And unfortunately, as long as we remain oblivious to it, or deny it, or belittle those who are trying to alert us, the sustainability of life on this planet will remain at the mercy of a very powerful few who are going to dramatic ends to keep the status quo and to convince you that your perception is wrong.
Up through Philadelphia and New York City. In fact, millions bracing tonight for dangerous winds and rain during this commute home. The new front already causing dangerous driving on I-70 in St. Louis. Trucks and cars swamped by flash flooding. This is Eureka, Missouri you're looking at. And downing trees and power lines in Brighton, Michigan tonight. More than 300,000 people are without power this evening from Wisconsin all the way to New York City. Thousands in Brooklyn remain in the dark tonight. All of this as we're also tracking a new tropical threat tonight that will affect the East Coast. But first, these storms hitting now and into the evening. ABC's Lindsay Davis leads us off.
Holy moly! Tonight, powerful storms pounding the Northeast.
Debris, power lines, they fell into the roadway. That's why state police shut down 270.
The severe weather finally snapping a deadly heat wave. New York City's grid pushed to the limit. Overhead wires catching fire, manholes smoking. The power company cutting electricity for more than 30,000 customers Sunday evening, saying they were trying to prevent a larger outage.
It's very hot. Couldn't sleep last night.
How long have you been without power?
From 7 last night.
Just unreal. Unreal.
Con Ed handing out dry ice and water to residents today. This as high winds are likely to blame for this crane collapse in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
The entire wrecking ball went through the home and landed right back on the first floor.
Luckily, no one was hurt. In Michigan, utility crews racing to restore power there too. At one point, more than 800,000 homes and businesses were without power after severe storms moved through. And in Florida, a lightning strike from a heat-fueled thunderstorm injured 8 people on a beach near Tampa Sunday. David Con Ed is still working to restore power to some customers here in Brooklyn. And now a new concern of severe thunderstorms and flash flooding through late tonight.
In the midst of the rubble, a small boy is spotted, his head and arms covered in blood. They don't even know if he's still alive. Idlib's had far too many bloody days. This was the bloodiest in 3 months. The rescuers weren't about to give up on anyone. Cries of joy and relief. He's alive. His name is Ahmed, and he doesn't know it yet, but his parents have both been killed in the same bombing. He's clinging on, dazed and hurt, but he's survived. His sister is still wedged under rubble. Now the rescuers turn their attention to her. She seems unconscious, but she too has survived. They rush her off to what medical help there is. They're both now recovering in intensive care. This was market day in Marital Newman, and many of the dead and injured were women and children.
This is the result of your apathy. This is the United States apathy towards the Syrian situation. We are getting shelled every day. We are getting killed every day. Mr. Trump, please stop.
Among those who witnessed this massacre was an American Syrian teacher.
But first, we want to tell you about a huge blast that has rocked a gas plant in central China. Many windows and doors within a 3-kilometer radius of the Henan Sanmenxia gasification plant were shattered. Now, the number of casualties was not immediately known. We will be keeping on top of the story as the bulletin proceeds.
妈呀，煤气化爆炸了！妈呀，煤气化出大事了！我们这儿的玻璃都，你知道这楼上这。咱下去尿尿。
But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer.